The Récitations were written in 1977 to 1978. They're for solo voice, and they were the result, in fact, of a collaboration between Aperghis and Martine Villard, who was an actress. I think that's interesting that they weren't written for a standard classical soprano, but they were written for somebody who came from the theatre. And you can really feel in the pieces that, well, theatrical elements are very obviously important, but there's also there's a lot of character play.
Un soir lisse, un lire
Also, text is absolutely central to it. He doesn't use text in a normal way. Someone's described it as letterist treatment, which essentially means that it's chopped up into syllables, and he messes with your interpretation of the syllables as their order is changed or as they're extended.
Un le soir, un loiris, un l'irissoir de juin, un soiris.
The challenge as a performer is to make sense of a score that is at once both very detailed musically and also rather open interpretively. There are some aleatoric aspects to it, so some choices that have to be made by the performer. But what I find really compelling is that each récitation seems to have this character that it reveals to me, it reveals to the performer as you get stuck into it. When you look at the page, you can't really see how it's going to turn out or what the character is, what the mood or the expression of the piece is, and yet as you work on it, it just suddenly appears. It's a really big challenge, and I don't really know yet exactly the extent of the challenge because I've learnt just over half, but I think it will be really, really intense and really exciting to do them as a complete set. The other thing that I think will come out of it will be that it will clearly be a sort of endurance test. I think it's the pieces, both individually but certainly as a complete set, are very much about pushing the singer to her limits, not just vocally but physically in terms of how she uses her breath, or even physically in terms of the sort of the physical characterization of things. I think, well, I'm hoping that it will be electric to perform and to watch, because it's like a survival challenge.